afternoon basketball here in Austin, Texas. It does not get any better than this as we welcome you to Tawny Angel Court on the campus of Del Valle High School, where this afternoon your Trojans of Anderson coming in with a record of 11-17, 5-7 in district play, takes on their rivals from Del Valle. Cardinals coming in with an overall record of 7-16, 2-10 in district play, putting them in 8th place. And with that, everyone, we welcome you to Trojan Basketball on Vype Live. My name is Melvin Jones, filling in for Jack Farrell this afternoon. Jack had another assignment, so they called me in from the bullpen. Now, this game originally scheduled for Tuesday night, but was postponed till this afternoon due to the cold and icy weather that has just destroyed South Texas over this past week. Nonetheless, we are here to play ball today. Now, the Trojans has not played in 8 days. Their last game coming off of a win against Lake Travis back last Friday night, beating Lake Travis by a final score of 43-37. For the Cardinals, they had a game just last night against Dripping Springs, taking a loss 67-49. The Cardinals has lost their last 3 games as it stands right now, and starting to fill in here in the gym. About, say, 2.5 minutes away from the opening tip here at Del Valle High School. When we come back, tip-off, pregame festivities will continue. Trojans, Cardinals coming up, and you are watching Trojan Basketball on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care. The sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Back here at Del Valle High School, Trojans and Cardinals getting ready to tip off on this Saturday afternoon. First Saturday here in the month of February. Gotta love having some activities going on right now as the coaches right now getting their lineup straight. Head coach for your Trojans, Daniel Pittsford, while the head coach of the Cardinals is Marvin Hall. Clock says about 3 minutes. Gave him a little bit of extra time. I believe we're going to get our pregame festivities in just a bit. The announcements of the starting lineups and the national anthem. Turned out weather-wise an ugly week here in Central Texas. It is gorgeous out right now. About 62 degrees outdoors. Winter has come this week. And it may not be coming back, as we are going to be in the mid-70s next week. Once again, these two teams playing for their final time this season. Anderson was still with a shot at seeing the postseason. They sit right now in 6th place in district play, coming in with a record of 5-7. Meanwhile, Del Valle, 2 more games left in their season, 2-10 so far. Coming off of a loss last night to Dripping Springs. Of course, your Trojans hasn't played in 8 days. They are itching and ready to get back on the court. Players now starting to clear the court. Last time these two teams played, that was back on December the 17th, another Saturday game. Anderson with the 61-59 victory. Looking for the season sweep of the Cardinals. And we'll turn it over to the PA announcer for the pregame festivities.
Number 23, Freddie Thomas. And number 33, Nicholas McLean.
So there was the starting lineups for today. As two teams meet at center court. Jumping for your Trojans is going to be Campbell Duncan. While jumping for the for the Cardinals is Freddie Thomas. Crowd is getting into it. The officials are ready. We are ready to go. District basketball on a Saturday afternoon. And the tip is controlled by the Trojans as Blackerby takes it past the timeline and he gives it off to Duncan. Duncan now driving, gives it back to Blackerby. Blackerby finds Gill. Gill finds a wide open Whitlow, misses the three, and a rebound goes to Chris Wilson. Williams now, DeMarion Williams with the rock. And they're going to call a carry on DeMarion Williams. Turnover, first of the game for the Cardinals. Blackerby now has rock and he hands off to Duncan. Duncan playing with his food. Nice ball moving out to Gill. Gill back to Duncan. Duncan gives it off to Blackerby. Blackerby, top of the key, drives, pushes, no call, and the rebound goes that time to McLean. Nice pass, but could not come up with it. And here comes the Trojans. Gill with the rock, gives it back to Duncan. Duncan, top of the key, hands off to Blackerby. Blackerby has a man, nice drive that time by Mitchell Whitlow for the first deuce of the ball game, and it's 2-0 Anderson. DeMarion Williams now playing point guard, being double teamed, can't get out of the trap. Great defense, out of bounds, and then it's going to go back to Anderson. Great defense so far for the Trojans. They lead 2-0. Blackerby now slowing the ball up past the timeline. Blackerby gives off to Whitlow. Whitlow over to Gill. Gill back to Blackerby. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound that time by Dale. Dale gives it back to Whitlow. Whitlow to Dale. Dale pulls it back out to Jackson Gill. Gill over to Whitlow. Mitchell Whitlow drives it to the cup. Scoops, no good, but Dale with the rebound. Missed it, but a foul. And the foul that time is going to go on Freddie Thomas. It's going to be his first. Fred Dale misses the first free throw. He has one more to go. 2-0 Trojans. And it's going to stay 2-0 as Dale misses both free throws. And it's still at center court. Nice scoop by Campbell Duncan. And it's 4-0 Trojans. Here's the Cardinals now. Williams being guarded by Blackerby. Williams tries to drive, and he gives off that time to Batiste. Batiste finds a wide open man, and that was McLean for the first deuce for Del Valle, and it's 4-2. Blackerby now being guarded tightly that time by DeMarion Williams. Duncan being double teamed, and Duncan steps on the line out of bounds. And the ball goes back to the Cardinals. 5:06 to go here in the first quarter. 4-2 Anderson. Williams now taking him past the timeline. He gives off to Foreman. Foreman now controlling the offense, gives it back to Williams. Williams with Dale all over him. Hands it off. Nice pass, and that time Thomas throws it away, and that's the third turnover for the Cardinals. Blackerby now playing the point guard. Gives off to Gill. Gill over to Dale. Dale over to Duncan. Here's Blackerby. Drives, kicks. Gill, three-pointer, money. Jackson Gill with a three-pointer, and it's 7-2 Anderson. Batiste drives it. He gives it off. Three-pointer, that's good. Nicholas McClain with the three. 7-5 Anderson now. Gill now being guarded tightly. Gives it off to Whitlow. Whitlow drives to the baseline. Hands it off. No call on the fade play, and it's going to stay right here with the Trojans. Under 4 minutes, 7-5 Anderson. Duncan with the nice J. Another 2 points. 9-5 Anderson. And Batiste gets his strip, but it's going to be a foul. All right, so it sounded like it was a kickball called. And now substitutions comes in for the Trojans. Charlie DeSasso, as well as Cooper Bell in the game now. Cardinals, as Williams driving. Williams just loses the ball. And Williams gets it back. Layup is no good. Tip rebound. Here comes the Trojans. Nice play and one as Mitchell Whitlow drives it, gets the foul. And the foul that time is going to go on Batiste. It's going to be Batiste's first. Whitlow misses the free throw, but a rebound and a score by Campbell. And timeout by the Valle. Will take him with him. 13-5. Anderson with the lead. And you are watching Trojan basketball on Vype Live.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
13-5. Trojans with the lead. Welcome back to Del Valle High School. Melvin Jones here, Trojan basketball on Vype Live. As Williams now takes the ball up for the Cardinals. Williams kicks it up to Foreman. Foreman now finds Thomas. Thomas has it. He gives it back to Williams. Williams drives, and it's taken away. Great play. Here's Blackerby now. Blackerby, he loses it, but catches it. And they're going to call a foul. They called that foul, I want to say, on Charlie DeSasso. And that was his first. So now the Cardinals back with the possession. Foreman has Rocky, gives off to Williams. Williams has a lane, doesn't take it. Passes it off, nearly picked off. And another foul. And that time is going to go on Mitchell Whitlow. That's going to be his first. So side out for the Cardinals. Williams. Long pass over to Foreman. Foreman gives it off to Batiste. Back to Williams. Williams drives, fires. No good. Rebound that time for the Trojans. Blackerby. Top of the key, 3. And it's going to be no good. Rebound that time goes to Thomas. Foreman now with the drive. Looking. He finds Batiste. Batiste off the glass, no good. Another rebound for Anderson. Trojans now slowing it down. Whitlow, top of the key, being guarded by Batiste. He gives off to Duncan. Duncan still has Rock. Drives, can't find anyone. He has Whitlow. Now Blackerby. He drives, tries to finish. Great defense that time. As Williams drives, scoops, no good. And a rebound that time goes to Duncan. Duncan finds Blackerby. Nice pass over to DeSasso. Charlie DeSasso with his first bucket. And it's 15-5. Williams now slowing it down. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. 15-5 Anderson. Williams can't find anyone. He finally finds Thomas. Now top of the key is Foreman. Foreman now taking his time. He's going to pull it out so Del Valle can reset. Batiste still with the rock. Now with 20 seconds, Del Valle looks like they are content with holding for the final shot. Batiste. Now with 10 seconds left in the quarter. Nearly lost it. Batiste had a man, threw it away. And a long Hail Mary went off of the backstop, out of bounds. Del Valle now is going to have one more shot towards the end of this quarter. 1.8 seconds to go. Foreman heaves it. Off the front of the iron, no good. But that quarter was dominated by the Trojans. 15-5 as we head into the second quarter. And you're watching Trojan Basketball on Vype Live.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh,
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play. And you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Second quarter begins 15-5. Trojans dominated the first quarter as we start second quarter action. As Garza's now in for the Valley. Nice scoop and score that time for John Batiste, and the foul. So a person outside of Nicholas McLean scores for the Valley. And Batiste nails the and one. (15-8) now. And nice putback that time by Fred Dale. Dale's first bucket. 17-8. Batiste drives once again and a foul. And it looks like that foul is going to go on Jackson Gill. And it is. It's going to be Gill's first. Batiste nails the first free throw. Here it comes, the second free throw. That's good. So John Batiste 3 for 3 at the line. 17-10 Anderson. Duncan, Blackerby, Dale, Gill, as well as Darby, and a three-pointer by Jackson Gill. 18-10. Coleman now with the rock, and now Williams has it once again. Williams playing with his fool. Williams three-pointer, good and one. And Demarion Williams going to the free throw line to convert a 4-point play. And the foul is going to go on Andrew Darby. That's going to be his first. $20-13. And that's good. Williams with a quick four. Blackerby gives off to Gill. Gill over to Whitlow. Whitlow dictating the play. Gill drives, scoops, and one. And they're going to wave it off. Offensive foul. Second on Jackson Gill. Crowd didn't like that one. Negates an and one opportunity for Anderson. Here's Coleman now. Coleman gives off to Williams. Williams on the baseline, and Williams travels. Another turnover for the Cardinals. Campbell Duncan back into the game. And here's Darby now with the rock. Darby gives off to Duncan. Duncan over to Whitlow. Whitlow, long three. Money. Mitchell Whitlow with a three at a timeout by Del Valle. We'll stick right here at 23-14. As Anderson has completely dominated this quarter thus far, this half. Coming out of the timeout now. Cardinals with the ball, 6:01 to go here in the first half. Cardinals trail by 9. Williams now playing point. Williams gives off to Coleman. Coleman drives. And it's going to be out of bounds and it's going to stay with the Valle. Coleman, Williams, Batiste, McLean, and Garza are the 5 on the floor for the Valle. And another turnover by Williams. Starting to rack up. Here is Blackerby. Being guarded by Williams. Blackerby gives off to Whitlow. Whitlow looking for someone. He finds Blackerby and it was tipped out of bounds that time by McLean. It's going to stay right here with Anderson. Foreman as well as Thomas back into the game for the Cardinals. And Blackerby has it top of the key. Long three-pointer, and that's good. Blackerby with his first bucket of the game. 26-14. Largest lead of the game for the Trojans. Long pass. Williams has it in the corner. Williams now drives, scoops. No good. Rebound goes to Whitlow. Whitlow over to Blackerby. Blackerby gets back to Whitlow. Whitlow, and it's going to be a block against Batiste. It's going to be Batiste's second. Cooper Bain back on the floor for the Trojans, replacing Andrew Darby. 26-14. Trojans with the lead, and now the side out as Whitlow takes the inbound and gives off to Bain. Bain. Nice lob. Whitlow to Duncan. 28-14. Foreman now, top of the key, gives off to Hawkins. In for the first time. Back to Williams. Williams stumbles, being double teamed off the 2-3 zone by the Trojans. Williams goes back to Foreman. Foreman has it, and he gives back to Thomas. Thomas in the corner, being harassed, and he gives off to Williams. Williams now being guarded by Whitlow. Williams tries to drive. Whitlow with outstanding defense. Now a kickback. McLean has it. He gives back to Williams. Williams thought about a three, didn't take it. Foreman now with the rock. Foreman is going to drive. Great pass over to Thomas for the deuce. 28-16 now. Under 4 to go here in the first half. Long three-pointer, no good that time by Blackerby. And here comes the Cardinal. Williams now has it, playing with his food. Williams drives, left hand, good. Demarion Williams with another bucket. 6 points so far for the point guard. 28-18. Bennett Blackerby slowing it up. He gives off to Campbell Duncan. Duncan, he's going to drive, and it's going to be a foul. And that's going to be on Freddie Thomas. Number 2 on Thomas. And now Gill and DeShazo back in the game for the Trojans. There's Whitlow. Whitlow top of the key. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Still Trojans basketball. 3:16 to go here in the second quarter. Trojans 10-point lead. Gill now, the inbounder. He gives to Whitlow. Whitlow off the pick. Gill, three-pointer. No good. And the rebound goes to Williams. Williams running the fast break. Great move by Demarion Williams. Left hand, no good. Rebound and one that time by Hawkins. And the foul is going to go on DeShazo. That's his second. As Richard Hawkins at the free throw line for the and one. Misses. The long pass, and it's stolen that time. Here comes the Cardinals. Foreman lobs. Hawkins gives it up. And that's McLean for three. No good. Rebound. Blackerby. He loses it. Williams for three. That's good. DeMarion Williams with another three. He has 8 in a quarter. And timeout by the Trojans. So that quickly, Trojans cuts the lead to 5. 28-23. 2:34 to go here in the second quarter. Still Anderson with the lead. You are watching Trojan Basketball on Vype Live.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to...
Out of the timeout. 28-23. Jackson Gill now takes the rock up. He hands to Whitlow. Whitlow over to Fred Dale. Now Gill has it to Blackerby. Blackerby, top of the key. Long three-pointer. That's no good, and the rebound's going to go to DeMarion Williams. Williams now running the break. McLean takes it. No good, but Hawkins with the board and another putback, and we have a 3-point game. Largest lead was 12. Cardinals has cut it. Blackerby now, guarded by Williams. Blackerby takes it, drives, kicks out, three-pointer, no good. And a rebound once again for Williams, and Williams is running again. Williams stops, takes it in. Right hand that time, no good, and the rebound goes to Blackerby. Blackerby with the pass. Whitlow drives. No good with the screws, but this Chazo, excuse me, that was Fred Dale with the bucket. Back to a 5-point game, 30-25. Williams being guarded by Dale. Gives it off to Hawkins. Hawkins drives, scoops, misses, grabs his own rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball and a possession arrow. And it's going to go to the Trojans. (30-25), 65 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Gill gives it off to Whitlow. Whitlow now to Blackerby. Blackerby hands off to Gill. And now the Trojans are going to play clock, and he gives it back to Whitlow. Whitlow with the drive. Whitlow lobs it up. Great pass over to Campbell Duncan. Duncan has 10. 32-25. Under 30 to go here in the second quarter. Williams with Blackerby guarding him. Now Williams is going to hold off for what looks to be the last shot of this first half. Dictating traffic. Williams gives off to Foreman. Foreman thought about a three. He takes it, and it's no good. And a rebound, and it is good! Do they count it? See what the officials go. No basket. That was awfully close. And that is going to be the end of a very entertaining first half. Largest lead for the Trojans was 12. Lead going into the locker room is 7. 32 25. Trojans with the lead. Second half coming up in just a bit. You are watching Trojan Basketball on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late-inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh,
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Texas did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
32-25, second half is about to begin as we welcome you back to Del Valle High School. Melvin Jones here, Trojan basketball on Vype Live. What a very, very entertaining first half, to say the least. Trojans jumped out to a 15-5 lead at the end of the first quarter, and then the Cardinals went on a run on their own. They outscored the Trojans 20-17 in the second quarter, cutting the lead down to 7. Largest lead of the game at one point was 12 points for the Trojans. And now they lead by 7. Lead scorer for Anderson, Campbell Duncan with 10. Mitchell Whitlow with 7. Andrew Darby with 6. Excuse me, that's Jackson Gill with 6. And then a bucket from Charlie DeShazo. 4 points for Fred Dale, and then Bennett Blackerby has a three-pointer as well. For the home team, Del Valle Cardinals, the leading scorer, Demarion Williams with 9. Richard Hawkins with 4. John Batiste with 5. Freddie Thomas with 4. And then Nicholas McLean had 5 points. As the third quarter now ready to commence. Cardinals will take the ball out first to begin the second half. Foreman to Williams. Blackerby guarding Williams. And now Williams calling out instructions in the backcourt. He gives it off to Batiste. Batiste back to Williams. Williams is going to drive. He loses it. And he gets it back. And it's going to be a jump ball, and a possession arrow goes to the Trojans. Great hustle out there by both Blackerby and Mitchell Whitlow. Whitlow is going to inbounds, and he gives it off to Jackson Gill. Gill now in the backcourt, top of the key. That time Whitlow loses it. Here comes the Cardinals. Williams loses his footing, and they're going to call a foul. Fred Dale has his arms up, saying, "What did I do?" It looked as though Williams lost his footing on that one, but the foul is going to be called on Dale. That's his first. Cardinals keeps possession. Thomas now with the rock. He gives it off to Williams. Williams over to Batiste. Batiste. And nice steal there by Whitlow. Whitlow he's going to pull it out. And he gives it to Blackerby. Great defense there for the Trojans. Back to Whitlow. Whitlow being guarded by Freddie Thomas. He gives it off to Jackson Gill. Gill being guarded by the tall Nicholas McLean. Gill scoops it, misses, but a rebound and a score that time for Campbell Duncan. Duncan has 12, and the lead is now back to 9. McLean gives it off to Batiste. Batiste drives, looking, can't find anyone, but he has a wide open Foreman. He didn't take it, but Foreman takes it, kicks it back out to Williams. Williams has it. He's going to drive. Williams can't find anyone to Batiste. Batiste inside the key. Gets off. Great ball movement. Williams has it. He loses it. Jackson Gill took his cookies, and it's going to be a foul on Demarion Williams. Williams first. Here's Gill now. Gill has it, gives it to Whitlow. Whitlow over to Dale. Dale back to Gill. Gill has it off. Duncan. Blackerby for 3, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to stay right here with the Trojans. .5:49 to go in the third. 34-25, Anderson. Gill. Nice pass over to Whitlow, and Mitchell Whitlow has another bucket. 36-25, back to an 11-point lead. Williams now. Nearly lost it again. Nice pass over to McLean, and McLean with his first bucket since the first quarter. 36-27. Gill pulls it out. Duncan setting the pick, and Duncan is fouled, and he misses it. Here comes Williams. Williams driving. Williams over to Foreman, and Foreman nearly threw it, lost it. Williams almost lost it, and he steps out of bounds, or they're going to call a foul. If that don't... Okay, that is going to go on Whitlow. That's his first. I thought it was going to go on Gill for a minute. Here's Batiste now, being guarded by Whitlow. Long pass over to McLean. McLean, long three-pointer. Money, corner three by Nicholas McLean. And it's back down to a 6-point game. Whitlow, top of the key three, no good. And McLean cleans it up with the rebound. Here comes Williams. Williams drives. Nice scoop. No good. Great defense. Blackerby now with the rock. Blackerby gives off to Gill. Gill, long three. No good. Front of the iron. Rebound goes to Valle. Here's Foreman. Foreman over to Williams. Williams, three-pointer good. DeMarion Williams with his third three, and it is a 3-point game. Timeout. Anderson will stay right here. 36-33 now. Closest Anderson has been since the beginning of this ball game. DeMarion Williams so far 3 threes, leading the charge for Del Valle. Campbell Duncan just been a monster inside. 6 buckets, 12 points. Game has tightened up. Now the teams come out of the timeout. Cooper Bain back into the game along with Charlie DeShazo. And DeShazo has the rock, gets back to Whitlow. Whitlow is looking for someone, he couldn't find anyone. He has the ball back, and Whitlow is going to be fouled. At that time, John Batiste is going to pick up number 3. (36-33). 4:04 to go here in the third quarter. And that time, Campbell Duncan couldn't get it, but he was fouled. And the foul's going to go on Freddie Thomas. That is number 3 for him. So Campbell Duncan going to the strike to shoot a pair. And Duncan makes the first. Richard Hawkins comes back into the game, replacing Freddie Thomas. Here it comes. Second free throw from Duncan, and that's good. Back to a 5-point game. Batiste has it now, being guarded by Whitlow. Batiste playing with his food once again. Batiste drives, takes it, and he's going to be fouled. And if that's on Whitlow, that's number 3, and it is. 3 fouls on Mitchell Whitlow as John Batiste now at the free throw line to shoot a pair. And he nails the first one. (38-34). Batiste makes both of them. Back to a 3-point game. Blackerby once again taking the ball up, slowing the pace down. Nice feed inside, and Duncan's going to get fouled. He's going back to the free throw line. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Campbell Duncan thought he was fouled, and so did I. But it is Cardinals basketball in a 1-possession game. Williams now, guarded by Blackerby. Williams drives, scoops, foul. And let's see who that's going to go on. And that is going to go on Bain. That's going to be Bain's first. Williams now at the stripe. Off the front iron, no good. Score remains 38-35. Williams sinks the second one. 38-36. Whitlow, top of the key now, being guarded tightly. Over to Duncan. Duncan. Travel. Keandre Coleman looked as though he fouled Duncan. No call, and it is Cardinals basketball. Duncan out. Fred Dale back in. Cooper Bain out. So 4 of the starting 5 in, as well as Charlie DeShazo. As looks like the officials cleaning up some condensation. As Williams now trailing by 2. Hands off to Batiste. Batiste now is looking for someone. Batiste drives. Nice move and one. John Batiste has tied this ball game up. Couldn't see who the foul was on that time. And for the first time today, Del Valle with the lead, 39-38. Blackerby now, guarded in the backcourt, Bob Williams. Williams trying to pick his pocket, couldn't do it. Blackerby drives, scoops, and it's going to be a foul that time. And that's going to be on McLean. And Blackerby is going to go to the stripe to shoot 2. Andrew Darby looks like he's about to come back into the game. Blackerby hits the free throw. Tied up once again. Second free throw for Blackerby is good. 1 point lead once again for Anderson. Williams drives, gets blocked, grabs the ball once again, and then he gives it back to Batiste. Batiste over to Hawkins. Hawkins, top of the key. Hawkins gives off Williams. Three-pointer, money. DeMarion Williams once again, 4th tray. Cardinals with a 2-point lead now. Blackerby now being guarded tightly by Williams. Blackerby tries to drive, loses it. Hawkins has the ball. Hawkins waits, gives off Williams. Williams loses his footing. Williams gives off to Batiste. Batiste drives, scoops, no good. Rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan can't find anyone. And a foul is going to go on Richard Hawkins. His first. Tight game. And looks like Foreman is coming out of the game for the Cardinals. Darby gets it in to Whitlow. Whitlow takes it back. Duncan, top of the key. And he loses it. And here comes the Cardinals. Coleman scoops, left hand, good. (44-40). Whitlow gives it off to Gill. Gill over to Duncan. Duncan drives, Euro step. And now Gill has it. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Del Valle with a 4-point lead. Here's the drive. Whitlow. And it's going to be out of bounds, but it's going to stay right here with the Trojans. Eight points this quarter for the Trojans. And now they trail by 4. Whitlow, he loses it. Here comes Coleman. Coleman's going to drive. Coleman waits. He hands it off. McLean, top of the cleat. McLean passes off. Here's Williams. Williams nearly lost it. And now he's going to pull out with 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And a 4-point Cardinal lead. Marion Williams now taking his time. Five seconds to go. Williams, three-pointer gets blocked. And they're going to call a foul on Campbell Duncan off of the three-pointer. So Williams now going to the stripe to shoot 3 and to extend the lead. Williams, first free throw. And that's good. 45-40. Second of the 3 from Williams. Williams nails that one. Now Williams nails all 3. 47-40, and that is the end of the third quarter, where Del Valle outscored the Trojans 22-8. And now with a 7-point lead heading to the fourth and final quarter here at Del Valle. You're watching Trojan basketball on Vype Live.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Fourth and final quarter from Del Valle High School. Melvin Jones back here with you. Trojan basketball on Vype Live. 22-8 was the score in that third quarter. And now the Trojans trail by 7, 47-40. As Marion Williams now takes it into the front court. Passes it off to John Batiste. And it is stolen by Whitlow. Whitlow to Dale. Dale, Duncan, drives. Good. And one. Campbell Duncan to start off this fourth quarter with an and one. Heading to the free throw line. Coleman comes back in, replacing Batiste. Batiste now with 4 fouls. Campbell Duncan to convert the and one. And he misses it off the front iron, but Fred Dale with the rebound and another foul. This time, Nicholas McLean. Now Fred Dale to shoot a pair. Dale makes the first. 47-43. Here he comes, number 2. And Dale makes them both. 47-44. Tight ball game again between these two schools. Williams, double team. Throws out to Foreman. Foreman back to Williams. Williams over to Coleman this time. Coleman looking. He has McLean. McLean. Cross court stolen by Gill. Gill over to Blackerby. 3-pointer. No good. But Duncan with the board. Duncan misses it. And that time cleaned up by Thomas. Thomas into the front court. Thomas gives off to Williams. Williams, 3-pointer. Money. DeMarion Williams again with a tray. 50-44 now. Bennett Blackerby now with the rock being guarded by Williams. Blackerby loses it. Here comes Williams now. Williams behind the back. Williams looking. And he pulls back out to reset the offense. And Coleman has it. Coleman gets tipped by Duncan and out of bounds. And it is Anderson's basketball. Gill now running the floor, and he gives it off to Dale. Dale inside the post to Duncan. Duncan double team, and he's going to be fouled. And they're going to call it, looks like, on McLean. And it is. That is number 3 on Nicholas McLean. Campbell Duncan back to the free throw line. Trailing by 6. And Duncan hits it. 50-45. And Duncan makes them both. 50-46, 4-point lead now. DeMarion Williams gets it over to the front court. Williams has McLean, and another tip ball, this time Mitchell Whitlow with the outstanding defense and a timeout. Let's see, it's going to be a full or 30. And it's going to be a full. We'll take it with them. 50-46, 6:01 to go here in the fourth quarter. What a game. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Vype Live.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Texas.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
For the second straight game, these two teams going down to the wire. 50-46. As Amarian Williams now controls the rock as he enters the front court. He throws over to Coleman. Coleman back to Williams. Williams drives, being double teamed out of the zone. McLean with the grab, and it's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to go back to the Trojans. As Whitlow gives off to Blackerby. Now Whitlow controlling the offense now. Foreman's right up on him. Here's Gill now. Gill over to Dale. Dale to Duncan. Duncan over to Whitlow. Whitlow trying to find someone. He has Duncan. Duncan with the scoop and one. Campbell Duncan. It is his show in the fourth quarter. And the foul is on McLean. That's number 4. And it's a 2-point lead. It's Campbell now. 6 of the 8 points in this fourth quarter. Duncan misses it, and a rebound for the Cardinals. Williams flying down the court. 2-point lead. Williams trying to get something, and he gives off to Foreman. Foreman over to Coleman. Coleman. That ball was tipped again. A lot of tipped balls here by the Trojans. Williams double teamed in the corner. Williams in trouble. He gives off to Coleman. Coleman, this zone is giving Del Valle fits. Williams drives, baseline. Williams, good, left hand. 52-48. Whitlow throws it to Duncan. Duncan back to Whitlow. Whitlow being guarded by Foreman. Whitlow hands it off to Gill. Gill now. Back to Blackerby. Blackerby loses it, and Coleman with the pick took his cookies. Layup, good, and it is a 6-point lead. Keandre Coleman with his second bucket. Whitlow gives it off to Dale. Dale gives it off to Gill. Gill in the post to Duncan. Duncan can't find anyone. Off to Dale. Dale, top of the key. Gives off to Gill. Gill has some room. He's going to move and scores. Jackson Gill, his first bucket of the second half. Back down to a 4-point game. Coleman, he swings it over to Foreman. Now Foreman, as Gill goes tight on him. Foreman looks, kicks, loses it. Timeout by Campbell Duncan. Timeout, Anderson. Trojans gets the rock back. It is a 4-point game. 3:16 to go here in the fourth quarter. 54-50, Del Valle. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Vype Live.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
3:16 to go here in the fourth quarter. 54-50 Cardinals. Whitlow now with the rock, and he gives it off to Campbell Duncan. Duncan over to Gill. Gill has Whitlow open, and great defense by Del Valle. Here comes Williams. Williams behind the back. Williams scoops, gets blocked. Tandem block. Gill and Whitlow. Blackerby swings, and he loses it, but it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to stay right here with Team Blue. These two teams met on December the 17th. Trojans won 61-59. Another tight one right here in Del Valle as Blackerby trapped in the corner. Blackerby is going to drive, scoop, scores, but it's going to be a foul, and it's going to go against Hawkins, and that's going to be Hawkins' second. And now Bennett Blackerby into the free throw line to shoot a pair to get this closer. Blackerby nails the first one. (54-51). John Batiste back into the ball game. Batiste nails both of them. Andrew Darby back into the ball game for the Trojans. Darby, Blackerby, Duncan, Whitlow, and Gill, the five on the floor for the Trojans. Batiste now trapped. He's in trouble. And it's going to be jump ball. Possession arrow is going to stay right here with the Cardinals. 54-52. Batiste takes it out. Here's Williams now. Williams, he's being trapped. He's going to go straight to the cup. Batiste had an opportunity, being trapped once again in the corner. Batiste has an open lane, didn't take it. And now the Cardinals swing the ball. 2:10 to go. DeMarion Williams trapped again. Tight defense by the Trojans. It's going to be a foul. And that's number 3 on Jackson Gill. 2:05 to go now. 54-52. Fred Dale back into the game, replacing Andrew Darby. Marion Williams now with the 1-and-1, and the first one goes through. 55-52. Williams now nails both of them. And another substitution, looks like. Batiste is out of the game. Gill now playing point, being guarded by Coleman. Whitlow over to Duncan. Duncan's in trouble now. Gill, Blackerby, three-pointer, money! Bennett Blackerby with a huge three-pointer, and it's a one-point game. Williams now takes it. Williams finds a man, and it is foul as Thomas got into the cup. Foul's going to go on Whitlow. That's number 4 on Mitchell Whitlow. Freddie Thomas now. Shooting 2, and it's off the front iron. No good for Thomas. Score remains 56-55. 81 seconds to go in the ball game. Thomas, the back end. And it's going to be a lane violation. and Trojan basketball. And a timeout. And we'll take it with them. Woo! This is a game right here, folks. 56-55. 81 seconds to go here in regulation. You are watching Trojan basketball on Vype Live.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Texas.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Trojan basketball on Vype Live. 56-55. 81 seconds to go here in regulation. Largest lead of the game was by Anderson. They led by 12 in the second quarter. Largest lead for the Valley was 7 early on in this quarter. Things has tightened up here on the Angel Court. As Mitchell Whitlow's going to inbounds it to Jackson Gill. And now Gill feeds it to Duncan. Duncan over to Whitlow. And now Blackerby, top of the key. Whitlow looking for Duncan, can't get him. So now Blackerby feeds Duncan. Nice pass by Duncan to Blackerby. And it's going to be fouled. Demarion Williams does not like the call. That's going to be number 2 on Williams. And Blackerby heading to the free throw line to either tie it or take the lead. Bennett Blackerby nails the first one. We're tied. 6 in the quarter for Blackerby. And Bennett Blackerby gives the Trojans a 1-point lead. 50 seconds to go here in regulation. Williams drives, foul. It's going to be on the floor. He is still going to the free throw line. That's going to be on Blackerby. That's going to be his first. One and one coming up for Demarion Williams. Williams misses it. And here it comes. Anderson up by 1. Blackerby over to Whitlow. Whitlow to Fred Dale. Dale misses the bunny, and he grabs a rebound and puts it back. 3-point game. 59-56. Williams gives it over to Batiste. Batiste looking. Gives over to Williams. Williams, three-pointer. No good. Hawkins with the rebound. Hawkins with the putback, ain't good. And a timeout. Woo! 59-58. These two teams are coming down to the wire once again. Full timeouts. And Innocent Men's Basketball would like to recognize one of our longest and most loyal sponsors, the personal injury trial firm of Harry, Breen, and Herman, LLP. Like Innocent Basketball, they understand what it takes to fight and win. Unlike the poser attorneys you constantly see on TV, Breen and his team are real trial attorneys who have actually tried cases to real juries and won record-setting verdicts in the courtroom. They care about their clients in real life, not on TV. They have delivered hundreds of millions in settlements to injure folks in Austin. And Sean Breen has seen his share of victories at Anderson as well, as he and his brother played basketball here as did all 4 of Sean's sons. If you find yourself in a hard situation where you or a loved one has been hurt or need a real trial attorney, call Sean Breen at Harry Breen and Herman. What a game, folks. 9.6 seconds to go. 59-58. 1-point lead for the Trojans. Fred Dale with the inbounds. Dale finds Blackerby, and Blackerby hits it out of bounds, and it's going to stay right here with Anderson. 8.7 seconds now. Caleb Garza looks shaken up a little bit. Holding his midsection, and he's going to come out. McLean is back into the game. 8.7, 1-point lead. Whitlow to inbounds it. Whitlow can't find anyone. And a timeout for the Trojans. 8.7 seconds to go. I'm out of breath. This entire Trojan side of the court, they're exhausted. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. 59-58. Trojans with the lead. You're watching Trojan basketball on Vype Live.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Texas.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Teams are getting ready to come out of the timeout. Trojans had to call the timeout. They were awfully close from a 5-second violation. 8.7 on the clock. 59-58. Jackson Gill now will be the inbounder. Gill tosses it to Whitlow. Whitlow quickly is fouled by Foreman. Now Whitlow head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Whitlow hasn't shot a free throw all game. He nails that one, not a problem. 60-58. Freddie Thomas is back into the game. Whitlow misses it. And stole by Whitlow, blocked by Thomas. It's going to stay right here with the Trojans. 4.1 seconds now. Gill gets the ball into Whitlow. Whitlow is fouled with 2.8. Mitchell Whitlow can ice this game by knocking out both free throws. First free throw is off the mark. Looks like that is going to be a final timeout by the Cardinals. Whitlow nails the second one. 61-58. We'll take a break with them. 2.8 seconds to go in regulation. Trojans 61, Cardinals 58. You're watching Trojan basketball on Vype Live.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
December 17th, the final score, 61-59 off of a buzzer beater. Here we are, February the 4th, 61-58 with 2.8 seconds to go in this ball game. Del Valle has to go the entire length of the court. Camel Duncan is going to defend the inbound. Freddie Thomas, the inbound for the Cardinals. Thomas runs down the court. He has Batiste. Batiste can't get over. Out of bounds. And the Trojans are going to win this game. And it goes to Camel Duncan. And Freddie Thomas couldn't get it off. He had an opportunity. What a game. And the Trojans comes into Del Valle and escapes. They sweep the season series and improve to 6-7 in district play. We'll take a timeout, give you the full wrap-up in just a bit. Trojans win 61-58 on another close one here at Del Valle. You're watching Trojan basketball on Vype Live.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Texas.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Another close game between these two teams. Trojans comes through with the victory, 61-58 here at Del Valle. Welcome back. Trojan basketball on Vype Live. Melvin Jones here with you. I'm telling you, folks, this is a very, very good game between two teams who wanted it today, and they came out and proved it. Leading scorer for the entire game, DeMarion Williams from Del Valle, 26 points today. Also in double figures, John Batiste, he had 10. Nicholas McLean, he also had 10. For your Trojans, leading scorer was Campbell Duncan. He was all over the place. He finished with 20 points. Mitchell Whitlow with 11. And then we had Jackson Gill with 8. Fred Dale with 8. And then Bennett Blackerby with 12. So, fantastic game today on this Saturday afternoon. Jack Farrell, I hope I did you right. Thank you for the opportunity, Jack. We'll be back on the next Trojan basketball game as the Trojans improve. 12-17 on the season. 6-7 in district play. Thank our QA Skylar today for making sure that I'm doing well on air. And of course, the technical director of Vype, Suna Venkat. For everyone associated with Vype, I am Melvin Jones saying good afternoon and have a great weekend. As we wrap up here from Del Valle High School. Once again, final score, 61-58. Trojans win. You have been watching Trojan basketball on Vype Live. Good afternoon, folks.